So PlayStation just gonna drop a new product on us with no kind of warning that I'm kind of excited for? Let's talk about it. So if you didn't know, PlayStation had their State of Play today where they showcase a bunch of different games that's going to be coming to the PS5. And one of them was finally, and I mean finally, one of the games that we've been wanting to get more information around, and that is that Wolverine game that got teased to us over 2 years ago, all right? Now, when I saw this, I was hyped because it looks so good and it looks like it is going to be crazy action-packed like I would actually expect it to be. I mean, let's be real. It is Wolverine, so it better be action-packed, all right? Or it's going back to the store. But even with that, man, they still got us waiting all the way to freaking fall of 2026. Like, bruh, why we gotta wait a whole year? Come on, Insomniac Games and Marvel, get it together, all right? Either way, man, y'all already know I'm gonna be buying that game hands down. I love Wolverine. It is what it is. Call me a fanboy, I'll take it, all right? Now, the next thing they showed off, man, y'all already know that I'm gonna be copping, and that is that unexpected, we had no idea this was happening, and that is that God of War 20th anniversary controller. I told y'all, man, I am a sucker for PlayStation controller. And if you think I'm lying, look, bro, I got this controller, I got this one, I got the Last of Us one. This is a Zelda one, but it's not a PlayStation controller. But you catch my drift, all right? I got them all. And on top of that, if you didn't know, I got that Ghost of Yotai controller that's also gonna be coming along with the bundle. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Y'all already know I had to cop that. I'm looking forward to that game, which, if you did not know, I am doing a 24-hour live stream of Ghost of Yotai right here on the channel, y'all. It's gonna be a movie, y'all, I promise. I got a full kimono outfit. I'm gonna be wearing a sword, bamboo plants, lights. This room is gonna look completely different. Let's just say that, all right? It's gonna be fully decorated up. So definitely make sure you guys, man, pull up. It's gonna be happening on October 3rd. So definitely make sure you guys pull up, man, and be ready to have some fun, because I'm telling y'all, man, it's gonna be a movie, all right? So now that we got all of that out of the way, let's get to the part of the video that I know you guys are most interested in, and that I'm also interested in too, and that is something that PlayStation just dropped on us that nobody, and I mean nobody out there saw this coming, and that is a new product that they are calling the Pulse Elevate speakers for desktop gaming, which happens to actually be Sony's very first wireless speakers for desktop gaming, which is kind of ironic because it's like, how is this Sony's, or I guess PlayStation's first wireless desktop speakers, which it just doesn't make sense. But anyway, let's go ahead and break everything down so that way you know more about them. Now, the first thing we got to talk about, y'all, and that is just the overall look and design of them. So color-wise, if you didn't know, they are going to be coming in 2 different colorways. They're going to be coming in an all-black pair, as well as you can get them in an all-white pair. One thing I can say about PlayStation, bro, is that they, no matter what, they gonna always make sure they stay on theme. And again, I rock with that. Shout out to PlayStation on that. So design wise, they are gonna be like this cylinder style shape that allows for a 360-degree 3D spatial audio that PlayStation, as you guys know, are known for. And if you didn't know, that 3D audio, man, is so freaking top tier on PlayStation. And on the bottom here, it also has a slight slope to it that's gonna allow you guys to be able to slide to, I guess, somewhat tilt them upward, which to me also looks dope. And I'm sure that has some audio features there too, which we're gonna talk about that here in a little bit. Now on the top here, man, as you guys can see, there looks to be 3 buttons: a share power button, as well as a PlayStation Link button, a volume button, and a mic mute button, which, yes, it also includes a built-in microphone, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm very curious on how well this mic is actually gonna be. Will it be like we've seen on the DualSense controller? Because I think we all know that that mic there is pretty trash. Hey, I gotta call a spade, all right? I honestly don't know a single person who uses the mic on the DualSense controller. Like, if you do, be honest, man. I want to know, how do you like the mic on a DualSense controller? Because to me, it's no bueno, all right? Now, it also looks on the outside to be covered in this soft, like mesh breathable material, which is probably going to be good for audio pass-through without, you know, the audio sounding muffled. And last, PlayStation logo is going to be on the bottom. Y'all already know they got to keep the brand in there. Now, as far as the actual speakers go, they are sticking with the planar magnetic drivers, which are primarily the same ones that they used in the Pulse Explorer earbuds that I absolutely did not like, not one bit. I just didn't like the audio quality in those. And then they also used it for the Pulse Elite headphones, which surprisingly, those actually sounded really good, especially for the price point. So I'm actually hoping, as far as the end result, that is going to be more of the quality of sound that we got out of the Pulse Elites and not what we got out of the Pulse Explorer. So fingers crossed on that, all right? Now, sound quality, obviously, man, this is actually going to be something that I'm not really able to really say if it sounds good or if it sounds bad until I actually get a unit in my hands to be able to test this out. But according to PlayStation, it will give you lifelike desktop audio sound quality. Now, they're claiming that each speaker will deliver quality sound across the entire audible spectrum. Their words, not mine. But this essentially means that players will be able to hear games exactly how the developers intended for it to be heard, whether you're on a PS5, whether you're on PC, whether you're on Mac, or even if you're on the PlayStation Portal. Now, one thing that I can say that I love about this is the fact that they did not gatekeep this speaker here to only be able to be used with a PS5. Opening it up to all users, man, no matter what gaming console or whatever you guys might be on or whatever you use to consume media or get your entertainment on. Again, major W, man, to PlayStation for that, because I feel like this is a good start as far as seeing them being able to open up a little bit more. I mean, PlayStation, keep sharing the love, baby. You know, it's all appreciated. If you guys are using it on the PS5, the driver technology in itself will give you more enhancements in immersion with the PS5, where games actually support Tempest 3D audio tech by positioning the audio cues with more accuracy. Now, the speakers themselves also have built-in woofers that's going to actually give you that bass or give you that low end, which typically is what helps make the audio sound more full. So to me, so far, this whole speaker system is sounding dope, all right? I'm not gonna lie. Now, the next thing we gotta talk about, y'all, and that is the microphone. No, not the microphone on here, but the microphone on the speaker. So it comes with a built-in mic with AI enhanced noise rejection. Now, one thing to note is that the microphone is only in the right speaker. So I'm curious on how far away, like, that speaker or up close that speaker or the mic has to be in order for it to be able to pick up, as well as what is the mic quality gonna be like. I won't judge that until I actually get that here in-house and try it out for myself. But the AI enhanced noise rejection tech will help identify as well as remove unwanted background noise, making sure you're getting crystal clear voice comms, essentially allowing you guys to be completely headset free. Now, one thing I gotta be honest with y'all that I'm curious about is if these are actually really good as far as the audio quality and the mic quality, wouldn't this be competing with their own headphones as well as the earbuds product line? I'm curious on just kind of how all of this is actually going to shake out, because if they're good, then it's like, why do I need to put on headphones anymore if I can talk to my homies through the speaker and I can get good audio quality? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Now, the next thing we got to talk about, y'all, and that is connectivity. Now, this is something I can't lie. I'm so glad of the decisions that they made. Sort of. All right, let me explain. So for connectivity, y'all, Sony is doubling down on that PlayStation Link technology, which in the beginning, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man, I was not a huge fan of this because I have always had problems when it comes to connecting things up to it. And sometimes it'll even like drop signals and just disconnect. And it was a mess, all right? Now, I'll be honest with y'all. Has it actually gotten better since it first released? Yes, but I still would prefer just normal Bluetooth over the PlayStation Link technology, but that's a whole nother video, all right? But the one thing I can say that I'm happy as far as the decisions that they went with these is the fact that the speakers are also compatible with Bluetooth devices, which to me is dope. So let's say that you guys, for example, are using the PlayStation Link to be able to connect to your PS5 to be able to get your gameplay audio, but you also simultaneously have it connected to a separate Bluetooth enabled device to be able to listen to music or to be able to, you know, make a phone call or whatever it might be. To me, this is dope. Now, I am curious on how the chat mix is going to be with that, but I'm hoping that it's going to be pretty good. Now, usually we only really see this when it comes to like gaming headphones, but the fact that they are bringing this same technology over to the speaker, to me, is fire. Solid move by PlayStation, man, and I rock with this one heavy. Now, one thing, it will require a USB-C dongle to be able to connect it up to your PS5. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I will be just overjoyed whenever we get to the days where the dongle days is over, all right? I mean, let me know down in the comment section below who with me, all right? And last with this, man, you can also not only use it for your PS5, but you can also use it to be able to play with your PlayStation Portal, y'all, which to me is so dope. I can really see myself using this with my PlayStation Portal just around the crib here, which again, so dope when it comes to these portable speakers. Now, the next thing we gotta talk about, y'all, are these rechargeable stands. Now, this is something that I think is actually really dope because as they are sitting within your desk gaming setup, man, they are also being used and charged at the same time. Meaning that whenever you guys are wanting to undock them and just be able to walk around your house with them or use them outside or whatever you want to do, you never have to worry about them not being charged up, which to me is clutch. But another thing when it comes to that dock is that it also looks like it's going to allow you guys to be able to slide the speakers in an upward way to allow the audio to be able to project more out into your room or within your gaming space to give you more of an immersive experience. To me, clever design while they're also still charging at the same time. And the last thing, man, I haven't seen really anybody mention this or talk about this when it comes to these speakers, and that is that it can be used vertical as well as horizontal, which, if you guys know, is very similar to what you can do when it comes to the PS5 using those plastic clips that you already know I hated so much. And to be honest, I've lost every single one of them with the 3 PlayStations that I have in this house, all right? But PlayStation claims that you can adjust the audio EQ settings for horizontal as well as vertical orientation within your setup to make sure that you guys are getting the best sound possible. And you can adjust the EQ settings for overall audio quality, side tone, volume, microphone, and the mute settings directly from the system's menu on your PS5 as well as your PC. Now, one thing I'm not gonna lie, I hate when companies announce things like a little early, but either way, y'all, these won't be available until 2026. Now, they didn't necessarily give us an exact date, but I'm assuming that this is going to be ready sometime in the fourth quarter holiday timeframe drop, because y'all know one thing about PlayStation is they will always have some type of product or something to be dropping around that holiday Christmas time frame. I mean, it's clockwork. But overall, man, I think these speakers have potential, man, to be a huge seller for them. And I'm personally looking forward to actually trying them out and having them within my setup space. So let me know, man, if you guys plan on copping them and what you guys are thinking about them, or do you feel like this is just another money grab from Sony? Let's discuss down in the comment section. And also, man, don't forget to pull up for my first ever 24-hour live stream that is happening right here on October 3rd through the 4th. I'll see y'all in the next one. Happy gaming, squad. We out.